Howdy y'all, this is AR Cavally. Welcome back to my channel, and we are going to what will likely be the end. We will finish up the adventures of Shank and Harold 4. As we left last time, they had captured the general, and when we left our cliffhanger, the android, Harold 4, or Harry, had injected him with something. Justin Shank had told him to sit down and deactivate himself because he was no longer sure what the android was up to. And had also put like a little breaching charge on him because, it's like a military killer bot android kind of thing. So, and as they were driving, they had left the rebel stronghold, the little forward base, and were heading back to the landing zone, or the pickup zone, the extraction zone, where the Mustang is supposed to pick them up. They had several casualties, and they have those casualties loaded into the seats, kind of, doped up and ready to receive treatment. And they have some living prisoners. Initially, I described that they piled all the dead bodies in there too, but I was saying they probably wouldn't do that. They got all of their people. Everybody else that is dead, they will, they'll radio in for someone. They secured them inside the building or whatnot. They, did their search for clues, contraband, identifiers, that kind of thing, and then they locked them in somewhere in the building because they didn't want to go driving back with a bunch of dead bodies in the back, except for Colonel Meade's body, who had died after being injected by Harry. When we left, they were just Shank was just looking at the wounded and the blood and thinking about the gunfight and everything, when General Meade's body started to twitch and jerk, and it suddenly started growing, and this alien creature either burst out of or transformed into, or the body transformed into this alien creature. And that's kind of where we left it. So I think what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to use our rules to determine our bad guy stats here. All right. So as you can see, I've got like I made a little map. A little zoom in here. Made a little map of the crew inside the ARCC 50. I couldn't get it. I didn't get an answer. I won't say couldn't, because it's kind of a last minute question. But I asked around if there was ARCC hatches besides the ramp, like on M113s and stuff. They have like gunner and commander hatches, but it doesn't look to be, at least looking at the outside pictures, that it may not be the same. So I'm just going to, without anything else, I'm going to say that there probably is smart enough to have more than one exit out of this thing. So I'm going to say that there is probably a well-secured, not gunner hatch or anything, but a well-secured hatch over the commander seat and the driver's seat. Just because it seems like it would be a good idea not to only have one exit out of a vehicle. And as we remember, it took some damage, and the guns, as it got rolled over, because it got hit, it got its suspension hit, and it rolled, both cannons on top, both cupolas on top, got damaged, so that the weapons themselves, maybe they're operable, but the turrets are not, so they're effectively not very useful. They are damaged. But we're going to use our, we're going to come over here. Where's that? Not you. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna use a mix. I'm gonna use the hostile rules to generate the creature, just because there's a little more detail. The aliens, of course, they're created just like critters, but we're going to add, we're going to make it meaner. so, um, so we're going to come over here, and some of the stuff we already know. I already have an idea, so I'm not going to randomize everything. Plus, this is an alien hybrid type thing, so who even knows what kind of terrain it's really designed for. Um, but it's going to be definitely going to be a carnivore. Let's see. Let's just give it a 2 die 6 to kind of see what kind of carnivore it might be. Actually, I'm just going to roll. I might not even apply it because it's an alien. But let's see. 5. All right, a trapper. I just rolled on this carnivore table. If we look down at the trapper, okay, an animal which allows its prey to enter a trap. Okay, well, its trap is the inside of this APC. I've already decided the size of this thing. It's going to be like a big dude. So I'm thinking, like 400 pounds, which 350, 400 pounds, like a big guy. Which of course I had to go and change to kilograms and figure this out. So I'm going to decide this thing is a size 8. And that's going to be 3 die 6 across the board for its strength, dexterity, and endurance. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that up here. And I reserve the right, because this is kind of the big bad guy at the end. So I reserve the right to mess with these numbers if I want to. Yeah, I'm not taking that roll. Come on, really? Come on, guys. All right. No, I'm not going to have my big bad guy have like 4. This is like I'm rolling up a D&D character here. All right, you know what? Screw these 3 dice. All right, so I'm going to do 2 die 6 plus 6. 8 plus 6, so that's going to be 14 endurance. And dexterity. 8 plus 6, okay. Oops. And strength. Ooh, 18. All right, so this guy's big and beefy. And maybe at the end I will regret deciding to bump his stats up. But you know what? He's a big monster inside of this thing. If our heroes get eaten, it's a hostile universe. What can I say? All right, so the next step. All right, weapons. So it's going to be 2 die 6 plus 8 if it's a carnivore. Yeah, I'm just gonna treat it like a carnivore. So 2 die 6 plus 8. So 13. Claws and teeth plus 1. So that means it has claws and teeth, and that plus 1 means it does an extra die. So if we come over here, look at our damage by strength. So our strength is 18. Even though it's high, it still comes off as 2d6. So those are both claws and teeth are both 3d6. Let's see. All right, I'll just keep that in mind somewhere. All right, now the armor is going to be 2d6 minus 7 plus the animal size result. Now you're supposed to modify that based on whether they're herbivore, scavenger, whatever. This guy is kind of a hybrid alien thing, so um, I guess I guess I'm gonna leave it as even maybe. So he's a size 8, so that's going to be 2d6 plus 1 armor. Ooh, ow. Even if I subtracted the 2 for being a carnivore, that's that's still a lot of armor. So that's 3d6. I'm just going to jot this on an envelope here. All right, so 3d6 damage and 11 armor. That's going to make him kind of tough. And like I said, that's kind of the point, but maybe I'll regret in the long run. All right, base speed. It's going to be 6. I think I'll just leave it at kind of a base human speed right now. Let's see. I guess I could. Let's see. Yeah, he was a trapper, is what I rolled. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. He runs like a big lumbering human. Okay, I'm not concerned about the reaction because he's gonna be toast. So, um, right. I think we've got enough from there. Now the final thing what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our solo book, and it has a streamlined create your exomorph procedure, and it's a fine procedure too. I just wanted to use the with a little extra. All right, so with the extra detail from the core rules, because most of the rules in the solo version are stripped down. So let's see what the adjective is. 5-4, a black. 3-6, a black rattler. So I guess obviously, I'm assuming that means like rattler, like a rattlesnake. I don't really care for that. Although I guess he could be like it kind of reminds me of like some kind of giant snake person, an alien mutated looking snake person. That would actually be kind of cool. Um, I'm thinking of that movie Dreamscape where the bad guy was like the big Cobra man. Been a while since I've seen that one. I'm gonna roll one more time and see if something else strikes my fancy a little better. 6-4, a grappler. I mean, I guess it could be both. So maybe he looks his face and body look somewhat serpentine, and he's got the uh, multiple arms that he uses to grapple and claw and stuff. Yeah, that seems look all right. So the Colonel's face as it mutates and twists and bubbles and cracks and changes shape. It turns into this thing that reminds Shank of a giant snake person, and it has these different arms. Like we'll say maybe it has a row of arms down its side. And is it really a lizardy type person? No, I don't think so. I think it probably has. Well, you know what? Yeah, sure. The bottom half is kind of like a snake. Why not? So the bottom half, the legs kind of turn together into some twisted, dark version of a mermaid, where the legs turn into the into the tail fin or whatever, but it twists and bubble and fold together until it looks like a stumpy, scale covered snake bottom half. And of course everyone's like, what? The screaming and the running. So all right, so here's our guy. Pretty tough. All right, so as this creature bursts out and looks around, looking for somebody to commit alien level violence on the survivors. Let's see. I think obviously we need to have a reaction roll. I don't know that social in this case is really the best reaction roll. So I think maybe I'll use intelligence. Oh, I need to get a character sheet here. All right, so he has an intelligence +1, so that's good. Let's see. Does he have anything? I would say maybe something like leadership might help. No. So +1 on his reaction roll. See if he freaks out. 7, 8. Ooh, okay, so barely makes it. And who else is there with him? See, that's going to be PFC Lewis, PFC Jabonsky, and Livingston. I think I'm going to just make a regular roll for them, a kind of group together. What kind of reaction roll they take? Okay, so even with the leadership, I'm going to say that they freak. They're like, what? And of course, up here, Lieutenant or Lance Corporal Bingham, Sergeant Peyton, they can't really see because they're facing the other way. So at first they don't get anything. So I think for the first round of combat here, Justin's going to go first, and then the monster, and then I guess I'm going to kind of treat the soldiers as having like lost initiative, we'll say, or kind of be surprised. They panic. They don't know what to do. This thing is, they're not even sure what they're looking at to start with. So Justin Shank, first thing he's going to do, he's going to get his gun ready, which was just kind of slinging. He's going to get it ready, and he's going to yell. Oh gosh, does he want to yell at Harry? We'll take an extended little cutscene, as an anime cutscene, as he goes through the stuff in his head as I'm actually going through it. Harry may not even listen to him. Maybe, as he's thinking, Harry didn't poison him. Harry injected him with something to cause this to happen. If he wakes Harry up, is he even going to help fight the thing? If he was, if he's given some kind of secret message to bring the thing to life. Well, you got to be quick, Shank. You know what? He's just going to. He's panicking. He's like, Herald 4, activate! And so that's what he does. He gets ready. He calls for Harold to get ready. Harold snaps to attention, assesses the threat. And now here's the question, though. This is what I gotta find out. This is what is Harold in a position, Harold 4 in a position to fight, or does he have some kind of hidden order that's going to prevent him from harming the alien? Where have we seen that before, right? I'm going to say that the initial programming was probably easy enough to just, there's a trigger, he acts. But as far as this, because it directly countermands a lot of those deep level fundamental, Asimov-ish android laws. So I'm gonna say only in a 5 or a 6 is Harold not going to help. Is Harold going to try to protect the creature or interfere with harming the creature? I'm gonna say only on a 5 or a 6. Otherwise, he's gonna help. Oh man, his programming goes down deep, and so Harold, he unbuckles and he stands up and he says, "Do not hurt the specimen." And Shank's staring at him, screaming, "Attack! He's gonna kill us!" The specimen is the primary goal. The survival of the specimen is the mission, Deputy Chief Shank. And so now Shank knows he's screwed both ways. So he starts yelling at the guys, "Attack! Shoot it! Shoot it!" And of course, the people up front, "What's going on? What's going on?" And so the creature is going to run up here and let's see. So he's got claw +1 and teeth +1. I'm going to say he's going to leap forward and I guess he's probably just going to attack 1 in that short time. He's just probably going to grab. He's going to claw and grab. And he's a grappler. Oh, well, he's a grappler. I said multiple arms, so I guess he could probably attack multiple people. All right, let's see. So we'll just start with 1, 2, 3 with Jablonski, Lewis, and Livingston. And we'll see who the critter divides its attacks against. All right, so 1 on Jablonski, 1 on Livingston. So it's going to be a melee attack with a strength of 18. What kind of bonus does that give? All right, so I'll use that. Say he's got a plus 3 to hit, so that's going to be 8. Yeah, I'm just going to give him the +3 to hit. So against Jablonski, he's going to need a regular 8 or higher. All right, that's a hit. The +3, so with 4 effect. And then against Livingston, 4. Oh, he misses. Yeah, he misses Livingston. I should maybe apply a penalty because he's not able to move or whatever, but because he's still strapped in. But the aliens screaming and reaching, and Jablonski and Livingston, everyone's screaming. So he's going to take. Jablonski's going to take 3 dice +4. Okay, so I mean, not so it's 15, and Jablonski. I think they've got 9 armor. All right, so yeah, they've got the this ERPA rigid armor, so that's armor rating of 9. All right, so well, he's lucky. He only takes 4. No, not 4. 7. So the creature screams ah! and attacks the and he misses Livingston, and those guys are freaked out now. Harold, he stood up. He made himself ready. He's getting ready to now. He doesn't necessarily want. He's not programmed to kill people per se, but he's going to interfere. Unfortunately. So he gets ready. He gets ready. Next round. Okay, so Shank is now they're inside this vehicle, and of course firing at this monster. They're surrounded by wounded soldiers and people who are strapped in. It's not a great it's not a great situation. But what he's got that rifle he was given, the carbine or whatever. That's all he's got. There's this huge thing right in front of him, and he's actually, they're all kind of strapped in still. Harry hasn't done anything yet, so Shank is going to focus his actions on the alien. He's just going to fire a short, because he's in control. He's going to fire a short burst. So that's going to be 2 hits. He's point blank range. Let's see. It's been a while since I've looked at my combat. See if there's any kind of penalty or bonus. All right, so there's range band. Okay, so I'm going to say it's +2 for the point blank. Yeah, so he's going to shoot a 4-round burst with a +2 for the point blank, and that gives him, I think, what, one gunner, yeah, 1 gun combat and 1 dexterity. So total of +4. So he's got a pretty good chance of hitting, but I think in this close quarters like this, there's misses are probably going to hit somebody on a pretty good chance. So, all right, 2 rolls with a +4. All right, so that's a 9, so +1 and a +4. All right, so a 1 effect and a +4 effect. Let's see, what weapon did he have? I think he had a 3-6 +2, I think. One of those Norinco arms. Here it was. It was this Maverick. This Maverick 800. So 3-6 +2. All right. So the one hit on this critter. It's gonna be 3-6 +3. All right. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So 10. That one doesn't get through his armor because his armor is 11, and then this one's going to be 3-6 +6 because the second one was a +4 effect. So 3-6 +6. All right, 12. So 3 points. Ay caramba, that's not encouraging. Of course, it's hostile, so it's not necessarily supposed to be encouraging. So he's going to take 3 points. All right, now our soldiers, even though this thing is some kind of weird creature, they're on an alien world. They're used to seeing, like the alien life. Maybe not something like this that, bust into things. So, So we'll say the first. We'll say that. Let's see. Are they able to? Are they able to come to their senses? 6, 7. I would think so. You know, they're trained. Yeah, these guys are all privates. Um, so I think they're at least they're going to start getting ready. Unfortunately, Harold, he's going to step up and he's going to grab their guns. He's just gonna try to grab arms, one arm each direction, and we'll see what. I guess that would be kind of just a melee roll. Let's see. Does he have a melee skill? I think he does. Um, all right. So he's got brawling of 1 and a strength of 11. So that's +2. I'm gonna give him, because he's trying to do two different characters at the same time. I'm gonna say that it's going to be straight up 8 plus to get both of them. He's strong and everything, but they're flailing. They're getting ready to shoot, and he's trying to get 2 of them at the same time. So he's going to try to grapple Lewis. Okay, so he does not manage to inhibit him, and Livingston. Okay, 8. So he manages, he doesn't get a hold of Lewis, but he does grab Livingston's gun, and he is wrestling with it so that Livingston can't get it ready. What are you doing? It's that fucking android! Kill the android! He's with them! All right, so let's see what our commanders and drivers up there do. Let's give them a reaction roll, because now there's gunshots, now there's more screaming, and they want to know what's going on. All right, so the sergeant, he panics and he guns it. Because he looks over his shoulder and he sees the creature inside, and he sees the bullets flying around. With a roll of 3, he panics, and the vehicle already has it has damage to it from when it rolled over, from when it got hit by that missile. So it has a penalty. So here in a little bit, he's probably going to have to roll to see if he doesn't go out of control. All right. So the alien doesn't know the android's on his side or anything. So he's just going to start lashing out again at the people who are in range and fighting. Let's see. I'm going to say that Shank is still kind of out of range at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So another attack on Jablon. Oh, okay. So he's going to go. He's trying to grab Jablonski with multiple arms and give him the bites. All right. So that's a +3. Yikes. All right, so 11, 12, 13, 14. So he hits with an effect of 6 with his claws and biting and stuff. Ooh. All right. 3d6 +6 against Jablonski with a -9. Okay, 3d6 +6, 18, 9. So he takes 3d6 +6, 18. 19 -9, so he takes 10. Jablonski takes 10. Okay. So that brings him down to 0, and so Jablonski goes down with the claws. Let's give him the bite, see what happens there. Did I already figure that out? I don't even remember. No, I think I just rolled for the claws. All right. So he tries to bite him. Oh, 13. So an effect of 5. Okay, so effect of 5. So that's 10. So he takes 9 more points of damage from the bite. Okay. I'm just going to randomly assign which one. Okay, so it goes to there. And Jablonski screaming. He's trying to get his gun out. He can't. The monster has just got him grappled up and is just tearing him to shreds. All right, let's take a look at our. Let's see what kind of things happen to him. All right. Well, he's out either way, but let's just see what one. Where'd it go? It was right here. Let's see. Roll 1 die 6. Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right. So he's knocked down. He's out of the fight. He is out of the fight, and he is spraying blood everywhere. He's screaming. He's helpless. This monster is biting into him now. All right. Lewis is. Let's see. Did I get out of order? He fired. They got ready. I may have skipped. Oh, well, it's a big confusing mess. It's chaos in here. I can't even keep track. I know it was the... okay, they were getting ready, and then it was the monster. That's right. Okay. They got ready. This guy's interfering with them. Now, next turn, Shank. Shank now sees that Harry is wrestling with those guys, but he has the detonator, but he's got his gun pointed at this monster that's like right in front of his face. So I think instead he's seeing Jablonski. He's just gonna he's just gonna panic fire. Well, not panic fire, but he's gonna do auto fire, which gives him three attacks. It's still gonna be at +4. All right. So that's all right, 4 effect, 0 effect, and 1 effect. Okay. All right, so 3d6 +6 for the first attack. Whoops, that was all right. So that's +6, 19 minus 11, 8. So that's all right. Getting some damage in there. Oops, no, not 8. Dang it, what did he have? I think he had 11, so that should be 3. Yeah. The second one is just straight up 3d6. It doesn't get through his armor. That's a terrible roll. And then 3d6 +3. Yeah, that one's not too bad. All right, so let's see, 10, 16 minus 11. So it's going to be 5. All right, so he manages to get to get a bunch of rounds inside the creature. He's just right up there. All right, and Harold, since he's a PC, he's got a grip on Livingston, and let's see, this guy's out. He's got a grip on Livingston, and he's going to try to grapple Lewis before Lewis can get his weapon into the fight. Lewis is still strapped in. Android's pretty strong, so I will give I'll give him a plus one to his roll. Okay, so no, he is still trying to he's still trying to get Lewis, and Lewis and Livingston are screaming at the android, "Let go! Let go, you fucking maniac!" So Lewis is now he's gonna get some shots in there on the critter. Oh, nice shot. All right, so that's let's see. I think I was treating them as a plus one, so that's 8. But that's plus 4 for the range. Was that plus 4? Ah, I lost the thing. I think it was plus 4 for range modifiers to gun, point blank. Oh no, okay, it's plus 2. That's right. I said plus 2, so plus 3. All right, so that's 15. So that's a 7 effect. And he's just going to fire a burst. He's going to try to keep, partly because he's having to fight this android off, so he's not able to get like a full good auto burst on there. So 6, 7, 8. All right, so that's an effective 1. What are they using? They're using their marine guns here. Let's see. Yeah, so either way, I think all the modern, yeah, I think they've got the, whatever they're using is the 3-6 plus 2. So first one's it hits with a pretty good shot there. That's gonna be plus 7, 8, 9. All right, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so the alien critter takes 8. And then the other one is just going to be plus 3. All right. So 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So the second round doesn't penetrate the alien's armor. And let's see. Sergeant Peyton, he rolled that 3, so he's panicking. Let's see what Lance Corporal Don Bingham. We'll see what he does. Does he panic? Because I just rolled for the driver last time. Let's see. No, I'm going to say he doesn't panic, but I'm not sure if you guys saw those last rolls, but he doesn't panic, but he is looking. He's trying to get ready, but he's facing the other way. I'm going to assume that the seats probably do swivel, at least the commander seat, so he can get in and out. But I'm just going to make that assumption. He's going to get ready. He's going to try to get his weapon out. And Livingston, he's still. Let's see. He's going to try to break free. So that's going to be a grappling roll to try to get his gun out of there. Oh, not even close. The android's got him tangled all up. He's got his gun kind of wrapped, leveraged into a seat, and he's got it twisted and pushing. And Livingston is not even close. He's just sitting there screaming, "Get off me! Get the fuck off me! Get the fuck off me!" Right. So next round. Oh, let's see. Shank has done a 10 and then a burst. I wonder, let's see. The alien kind of ripped Jablonski up as I described it. So he pulled him free of his seat, and he's a grappler. So he's actually got Jablonski up, and he's gnawing and chewing on him. Um, I don't know what he'll do this turn. Will he? Because Jablonski is still alive. Like I think, well, he's got one, one hit. Yeah, he's barely alive. He's not long for the world if this thing even like throws him aside or whatever. But Jablonski is kind of in the way. I'm gonna have Shank roll a reaction roll to see if he can find a way to get around Jablonski. Or maybe he'll decide to try to reach for. He'll spend his turn getting Harold's detonator. But all right, so so he's not able to get a shot. Jablonski is in the way, and Shank is not able to get the shot. I think what he is going to do though is as he's trying to aim, he's gotten up out of his seat and he's starting to back away into this cramped little walkway, and so of course Bingman, the guy sitting in the commander's seat, they're screaming. Everyone's trying to figure out what's going on. Let's see, Sergeant. Okay, so the ARC-50, the APC, it starts to bounce and bounce. Let's see, give Sergeant a driving roll here to see if he can maintain control or if he screws it up. Ooh, that was almost pretty bad. Now, he did screw it up anyway, so he gets the APC bounces, and everyone is shaking around. Everyone who's not strapped in is shaking around, and as it hits a tree or a ditch or something, they're driving through the jungle on kind of very primitive roads, so they hit something and the ARC jolts to a stop. All right, so Harold is trying to tie those guys up, and I'm going to say that because the alien doesn't know that Harold's on his side, he's right. So let's see. I'm going to say on a 5 or a 6, he's going to continue. He's going to use one of his attacks on Jablonski still, since he's in his hand. 5 or 6. Okay, so I'm not even going to roll. Old Jablonski. The alien rips with his two of his arms, rips Jablonski in half, guts flying everywhere, blood spraying inside, and he throws the body down behind him, where it falls and flops into 2 pieces. And with his other attack, the alien is just going to randomly attack one of those 3 with its he rips and throws, and he's going to lunge forward and try to bite with his big snake man type head fangs. All right, so he's going to attack Harold. So Harold can't really. Harold, he's an android. He isn't really concerned about the thing. He of course does have normally self-preservation programming, but he's been screwed with his main function now is to keep this alien, this creature, this god to some cult alive. But the alien doesn't care. Oh man, he reaches in and he just gives him the chompins. All right, so that's a +3. So that's 14 with an 8. Yeah, so that's going to be 6. Yeah, so it's going to be an effect of 6. And Harold, I think they were both wearing. Yeah, they're both wearing that, and Harold also has. He's got the armor 7. All right, so he's no, I think he if I think I may have to go wreck the video. That's what you get when you get lazy solo gaming and you don't write notes down. Um, I think that Shank actually pulled the android's armor off. One, to get to so he could attach the thing, and two, so that they wouldn't have to fight the android. I think that's what happened. And if it's not what happened, I'm going to say that's what happened because I don't feel like going and looking back. So he's got an armor of 7. So that's going to be a total of, what, 3 dice 6? So that's going to be a 3 dice 6 minus 1 on the android. And the android actually takes, like, armor vehicle damage. So let's just see what kind of damage he gets. All right, so 10 points gets through Harold's armor. So I think this was something that I kind of ran into previously, but never had to finish resolving it. Was how to treat damage on androids, because on the hostile rules, you know, it talks about the it doesn't come up with a new like injury thing, whereas if I look at our hostile synthetics, it says damage against androids is resolved using Cepheus engine vehicle damage rules. Now, if I look at the vehicle damage rules, then it does have a a chart for rolling for damage on the vehicles, penetration and damage. So he was created using those rules, but the hostile rules, unless I'm missing it, which is a possibility, these are some pretty hefty books. But according to Hostile Synthetics, I need to take a look at the engine vehicle damage rules, and I remember that's what that was. So I'm going to go pull those up real quick. I know the amount of damage. I'm just going to switch over to that table real quick and use it. All right. So here, this is over here. We have this the structure left over. Now, what was left over was 10 damage. Now, I think in the hostile rules it says don't apply effect to that. Here it doesn't say that, so I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go with this. So that's going to be 3 single hits. Seven armor. All right, so his armor is going to get reduced by 1. Armor again. And 11. Oh, sensors. All right, so how am I going to play the sensors here? Let's see what it says. -2 to use sensors. Okay, so I think probably I'll keep that up here. We're going to, now he's still got his hole in his structure, but we'll say his low light vision and his optical feed, and his armor got reduced by 2. So I think that alien basically just bit his face off. it leaped forward and ripped the the armor plating that covered its upper covered Harold's upper parts, and ripped part of his face clean, exposing the mechanical robot structure beneath the face. All right. So let's see. Shank went back. Okay, Lewis. The alien attacked. Harold tried to wrestle. Livingston still can't do anything. I'm going to make Lewis, because of the bouncing and stuff. Well, I think he's probably still in, so he's still going to shoot, but I'm not going to give him his +2 bonus. All right, 7, 8. Oh no. Okay, so he does hit the creature once, but that 2, I'm thinking he shot somebody. He shot somebody. The ricochets went around, maybe multiple people. All right, so that was just barely, so no effect. 3d6 +2. Oh, that's a pretty good shot. All right, so 12 plus 5 is 17 minus 11, so 6. So 6 points. Gets through to this alien. Where'd it go? And I didn't roll for the alien to be stunned. He's a big bad guy. So all right, so this guy's 5. Yeah, 6. So he's down. He's down to 6. But I'm going to say that between the bouncing and the freaking, that he got some good rounds in on the aliens, but bullets went flying and ricocheting all over the place. Probably hitting one of these guys down here. Oh, I'm gonna throw him that he's dead. So, because these guys, these are all wounded. They're walking wounded, and some of them I didn't even verify whether they, what happened to them. So, I'm gonna say bullets because he rolled a 2. That's pretty crappy. So I'm gonna say that he hits die 3 people. Bullets bounce around. Yeah. All right, so two folks down this way get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll just do that. One, two, three, 4. All right, so Ed Hawkins. He gets hit. I'm not going to have any effect or anything, but 3d6, and he's got 9 points of armor. 3d6 plus. Oh my gosh! So 18, 19. So he takes 10. Where's he get his 10 at? Okay, so. And with some of these guys, like he should be, with the endurance of 0, he technically kind of should be back up. But since I was using those mass rules kind of last time, I was just rolling to see who got hit and using the quick chart as to whether they recovered or we're just kind of out for the count. So anyone who didn't recover, I marked them as wounded. So as down for the fight. So he gets a ricochet up. And who else? 2, 1, 2. All right. So this is one of the prisoners. Let's see. I'm just gonna. Oops. All right, so of course he doesn't have any armor on because he got stripped. All right, 7 and 8. All right, so that prisoner, he took a he took a bullet to the skull as he's sitting there. The bullets are flying, and he doesn't. It went. It was quick. All right, so the bullets fly. He hits. Next. Yeah, he hit next round. Let's see. I think since Shank, since he was standing and up and about, I'm gonna have him do. I'm gonna make him do a dexterity check to see if he gets knocked down from the crash and everything. Okay, all right. So he manages to grab on, and he manages to stay at least enough to where he can get back on his feet and get his gun back into the fight. But having seen the bullets flying around and people in the back getting killed, um, yeah, he's just. I think he's just gonna do like a short burst. And he's still close range, but I think there's so much going on. Um, Lewis is in front of him. We've got Bingham. So I think between that and everything, I'm not going to give him his +2 point blank range because he had to get back on his feet and there's all sorts of stuff going on there. So okay, so he still gets a 10, 11, yeah, 10, 11, 12, so it's an effective 4. 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. That's an effective 0. All right, so he gets a couple of more rounds into the critter. The critter's getting the hurt. So 3.6 plus 6. Yeah, that's a pretty good roll there. So 10, 14, 20 minus 11 is 9. And I think just because I'm going to take that off his strength. And then how about the other one? 17. Or no, not 17. That's 16 minus 11. That's 5. And yes, I am making it so the critter survives as long as it can. If it saw a way out, it would probably flee. All right, so Harold is kind of in his face is now ripped open, but he's still holding on to Livingston, and he's still grappling with Lewis. So now he's going to try to interfere with Lewis's gun. All right, so he's still not able to get Lewis's gun. Lewis is batting and punching and keep him out of the way. Now the alien, 2 attacks. All right, Livingston and Lewis. All right, so those are going to be +3. All right, so that's a 10. So +2 damage on Lewis. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. So +0 damage on Livingston. But they do both get hit. So 3.6 plus 2. All right, so that's 6 plus 6, 12 minus 9. So he's going to take 3 as the Urpat armor helps. 8. Okay, so and Livingston is saved by his helmet as the monster bites down on him, and Livingston, he's still trying to wrestle, and the alien bite comes down onto his helmet. And Lewis. Now he knows he shot people in panic. Is that enough to distract him? I don't know. I'll give him a reaction. Oops, a reaction roll here. 6, 7. I'm gonna say it doesn't affect him because he doesn't notice. So, oh, okay. So he unplugs on that guy. Oh, 2 shots. All right. So he unloads old Lewis. And I think because that's pretty good. He's gonna be getting through that guy's armor easy. Yeah, yeah. All right. So Lewis, as this creature is reaching and getting him in the seat, he's fighting this android off over here, and he just jams his machine gun, his rifle up as close as this, right up into this thing, and just pulls the trigger, and pieces of the alien Colonel Meade go flying, and they're screaming, and blood, and this thing is making these hideous, terrible noises. And it stumbles back in its throes, blood spraying everywhere. Livingston and Lewis still aiming. I wonder if it is like a rattler / snake person. I wonder if it's venomous. I wonder if it has some venom. I will ponder that. All right, well, it looks like this may turn into one video and then a shorter video where it actually ends. So the alien has definitely been blown into pieces. Lewis emptied his rifle into it. Shank emptied it, and it is blown apart. It's open and oozing. Maybe it has some kind of weird come back to life thing. Who knows? But where its attack's poisonous, they still have an android to deal with. So I think well, I'll decide whether or not to make it 2 videos here. All right. I think I'm gonna press on. I think I can get this probably wrapped up within another 20 minutes because I'm to be honest, I'm about I think this is a good spot for the campaign to be over. So now the big question is how the alien's been blown away. The android Harold, is he going to go into crisis protect the alien mode, or is he going to accept it as he failed and there's nothing left to do and whatever? I have a feeling that if they got him in there, one way or the other, Harold's not going to make it out of this. I suspect that there's going to be some kind of... If someone was able to get that deep and to change his programming, they probably would have set it up to wipe to wipe him, to wipe his programming, just delete him. I'm going to say on a 5 or a 6, he goes into full on attack mode, meaning that he is going to try to rescue the alien, but knows that the humans are still going to try to kill him and inhibit it. So he's going to go and, well, he's going to see all the humans in his way as enemies. So 5 or 6, he goes Roy Batty. Oh man, a 6. All right, so the alien falls, and everyone is, of course. Also, were his attacks poisonous? Maybe infectious? I'm gonna say on a 5 or 6 because I don't think it's necessarily going to be that great of a chance. But let's see. No. All right. So the attacks were not poisonous or infectious in that way. But the android is now, he's got Livingston on one side, and he's been fighting with Lewis on the other. Shank is screaming at him. Shank starts telling him to stand down, stand down. Of course, he's keeping his weapon on the alien because he doesn't know if the alien, maybe he's played too many Japanese RPGs, and he knows the alien's going to have a, who knows how many final forms or whatever. But he's yelling at Shank to stop, to stop. The soldiers are yelling at him to stop, but Harry, he's going to take this opportunity to basically pull out his pistol and put it in Lewis's face and, well, try to kill him. Let's see. Does it get out there? I'm going to say he's got a pretty good chance because Lewis is still shooting or still aimed at that. And Harold's pretty quick. All right, so that's a 6. Let's see. What, did I delete it? I thought I had his attributes just written in those notes. I hope I didn't delete them. Oh, okay, there we go. So that is a +1, 6, 7. And I guess since it's kind of grappling with gun combat of 2, I'm going to say he does. I'm going to say that he gets his pistol out, he draws it, and he shoots PFC Lewis in the face. Let's see, what did he have? I think they had regular pistol type things. They have a VP70. Let me look. I think I had it noted. Maybe I didn't. Like I said, I got lazy with my notes there. Yeah, I got lazy. So he's just going to shoot him in the face. I kind of have a feeling like I should just kill him outright, but yeah. So he gets his shot out there, or he gets his weapon out there in a position, and man. All right, so that's 11. Let's see. Trying to remember if it would be 2d6 plus 2. Where are my pistols at? Yeah, I should have, once again, should have, all right, I'll just say he's got a VP 70. So he puts a burst. So he hits the 1 for 12 points. There, and since he's firing a 4-round burst, okay, 6. Oh, and he's he's obviously point blank range. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not subtracting the armor because he put it in his face beneath his helmet. 7. Yep. All right. So just as Lewis was about to be the hero for killing the alien, Harold 4 pulls out his pistol, his VP-70, shoves it right up into his faceplate, and fires a burst. And Lieutenant or PFC Lewis's face explodes into a cloud of gore, and he is done for. What? Let's see. That was pretty nasty. What does Shank do? How does he reply? Is he able to? Okay, so he knows that he's able to dig into those years of law enforcement, and he's going to be able to respond to this. Let's see. So he's going to fire. He's going to come back around and fire. You know what? I think because they're both kind of PCs, I think I'm going to do opposed initiative rolls. Because Harold's move was kind of like a surprise, kind of a surprise. But Shank knew that something was going on already, so it wasn't completely a surprise. So Shank, he's got a dexterity bonus of 1. Oh, he gets a 7. Harold. Oh no! So they shoot at the same time, dude. So they're essentially both point blank range. No one's moving. Harold brings his pistol up. He says, "Must save the sample," and he shoots right as Shank also shoots. So they hit each other with burst fire. Oh, that's gonna be bad. So, yeah, 2 attacks each. Harold. Yeah, this might be a bad end here. So Harold. He's got dexterity 1, gun 2, so +3 for 5, +5 for point blank range. All right, so almost a miss, but all right, so +5, so it's an effective 2. It's a effective 2 and an effect of 4. Yeah. So +2 and +4 for Harold. 2 hits there. And I'll just go ahead just for the drama. I'll have Shank with he's shooting a burst back. All right. So he gets a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's +1. That was close. All right, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So plus 3. Now, of course, his rifle rounds do a bit more damage. So we will. That guy's got an armor of 7, and so this is actually going to be a plus 3 and plus 5 because of it's 3 die plus 2. So against Harold, 10, 10 plus 3, 13 minus 7, 6. So 6 get through, and we'll go over to the table. Oh, there we go. So that's a good one. That's a big hit. So that's 12. Oh, that was a 3. So that's 15. 20. Oh, minus 7. So that's 13. So pretty good. Now, as far as the VP, so that's going to be 2d6 plus 3 and 2d6 plus 5 against Shank. 2d6 plus 3. Oh, man. That's, yeah, he catches it in the face. 2d6. So that's 11, 14, minus 9. So that's going to be 5 damage. And then the second one, 7 plus 5 is 12, minus 9. So that's going to be 3 damage. So still pretty bad, but could have been worse. All right, so since it's the simplest, Shank. Oh, okay, so he's going to go down to 0. And then he's going to take 3 more. Oh, whoops, that should actually be... I think I did that wrong. I said 3. But I think that should actually be 8. Let's see, which one? Ah, dang, strength. All right, well. So he is seriously injured. And he goes down as the bullets go flying. And let's do a quick look and see what happens to our android guy. All right, so he gets 1 hit that's 6. So that's 2 single hits. So that's a 6. That's a hole. And a hole. Okay, so that actually, I think if the hole gets reduced to 0, when hole is 0, the vehicle starts taking damage to internal systems. When structure is reduced to 0. Okay, so that one blew a hole in his superstructure. And then the 13, that is 2 single hits and 1 double hit. So a single hit to 10. It's a drive. And 5, weapon or limb. So hit to a drive, and we'll say his gun arm. And then a double hit to 5, weapon or limb. Okay, so the first one, left arm. Okay, so he blows off his left arm. And what does the drive do? All right, so the drive. Um, See, now I'm kind of back at the, because in these rules it says if the hull goes to 0, the vehicle's knocked out. So I think, I don't know, does that knock him out? Do we use those rules or the other rules? Okay, so he blows off, of course, the let me say weapon or arm. Let's say I rolled a 5 or 6. So it blows off his left arm. Yeah, I already determined that. And his drive. And his sensors had already been hit. So he is shot up, but he's still in the fight. But now the other guy is right next to him. The android is up. Shank goes down. But Livingston, once Shank blows off Harold Four's arm, Livingston is able to get his gun over, and he gets his gun over, and he blasts at the android. Oh, whoops. I forgot that the android had lost 2 points of armor. So that would have actually made it an 8. So a double hit to the drive. And then a 15. That would have been the same. So you know what? That double hit. I'm gonna go back and help myself with that, because that his armor had been reduced by the alien's attack, and that significantly changes the effect. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. I guess. Okay. So no, I guess it doesn't, but it is a drive times 2, since I guess the drive can be hit 3 times. But otherwise, so he hits a battery. The android, with its half of its face hanging off, is now he's starting to feel the power drain, or it's starting to feel the power drain. Its arm is gone, and now the private's gonna give him some shots. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 hit with no effect. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 hit with one effect. All right, so no effect. So this is 6 plus 2. All right, so that's 5. So it's 2 points to the android. Oh, good grief. So that's like 2 points and 1 point to the android. Man. Does that even do anything on our little table? All right, so 2 single hits. So it could still. All right, so now his hull was reduced to 0. I gotta remember that. All right, so 2 single hits. 9. Weapon or limb. All right, so he gets a bullet off into the guy's right arm. That's 1 hit. And 7. Armor. So armor is now 4. So he gets up there, but not enough. Not enough. So now we're going to have to start a new round, but now it's the android. All right, so the android is going to he's gonna put a blast into Livingston. He swings his damaged arm around, Let's see. Actually, let's see. He's got damage on that arm. Let's see what that actually does over here, according to our Cepheus engine. Limb, okay, -2 DM. Okay, so he's got -2. He's got a +3 already, but he doesn't. Basically, it cancels out the point blank. So +3, 8 or better. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so he does get 1 with a 0 and a 9, 10, 11. All right. So 2 die 6 plus 1. Okay, so his armor actually stops that one. 10, 11, 13, 14. Is that right? So -9. Oh, Livingston got knocked down to 0. I didn't realize that. Oh well. When did he get knocked down? I didn't think the alien hit him that hard. Oh well. All right, but his armor does help him against the android. So Justin falls back here. What does our Lance Corporal do? What's his reaction roll? 5. Not great. On 5 or 6, he tries to run away. Nope. Okay, so he doesn't run away, but he's... I'm going to say he's at least going to be in the fight. What's this? What's the guy up front do? Oh, that guy up front, man, he's just a coward. 5 or 6, he's going to hop out. No, he's not hopping out, but he is... He's not engaging. He's waiting for someone to come around. All right. So the private attacked. The Lance Corporal, he's going to lean. I'm going to say he's going to have to use his pistol because just because he's in the seat, he can't really get his rifle in there. Plus, there's a bunch of people. So, okay. It is at point blank. 1, 2, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that's 1 hit with nothing. And 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm just going to say 2 die 6 plus 1 on each one of those. Against his armor value of 4. All right, so that's a 7. Oh, that's a good hit. So 7 and a 9, I think. Close enough. All right. So 7 and okay, so 2 double hits. So this guy's getting ready to get, oh, sensors. All right, so he blasts his eyeballs out. So his sensors are gone. So that's a double hit to the sensors. Second hit. All right, so the sensors are destroyed, blinding the vehicle, and further sensor hits count as a whole hit. So he now takes a structure hit as that bullet flies in, shatters his remaining eye socket. Now he's still not helpless. You know, he can still hear, and he still has, you know, memories of where everyone's at to position. But, and let's see what the other double hit is too. 7 armor. So that guy's armor is down to 2. All right, man, it's getting it's getting bad. Getting bad. All right, Harold, he's going to put another burst into Livingston. I think they're probably too far away for him to, you know, do the whole thing. All right, 4. He's blind, so I'm not going to give him his close range bonus. Although, well, actually, he was. No, he's almost like right next to him. But I'll say I won't give him his maybe his gun bonus because he can't really aim. So 4, 5, 6, 7 for his dexterity, so that's a miss. And a 7, 8. All right, so that's just barely on there. 2d6 plus 1. All right, 6, 7, 8. So he does get around. He fires a burst. The bullets fly. I'm going to say Hawkins gets hit just because. 7, 8. But his armor saves him, and the pistol armor saves him as well. And as the bullets are flying, he's just still trying to reach up there. He's going to fire. He's going to fire again at the android. All right, 7, 8. So I'm going to say that's a hit without effect. And 8. And just because I don't want to keep track of the effect. All right, so android should be getting ready to go pretty soon. All right, so that gets rid of that. So that's 14. 4, 5, 6. 14 and a 6. All right, so 14 is 2 single hits and a double hit. Let's do the 6 is, okay, so, yeah, 14, 2 single hits and a double hit. So this guy's got to be going here soon. 4 sensors. That goes to his structure. So sensors would be the eyeball. So the so PFC Don Livingston, or Private, he's not even PFC, Private Don Livingston, as the bullets are flying and he's ducking, he gets his rifle up there and he puts it right up to the androids, right up in the Harold 4's head, and he unleashes boom, 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 and the robot's positronic brain and everything else on the head flies apart, sparks, and he seizes up, starts jerking, and then falls over. Where he dances and zots and jots. And then is no more. And I think we're gonna have to call it there. It's just getting too long. I'll wrap it up for the denouement. Is that what it is? The denouement. The end will wrap up. Figure out what happens to Justin, and I think because there are so many bullets, I'm just gonna go through and I'm going to roll for everybody in here that's not dead yet. And if I roll a 6, they're dead. They got hit by ricochets. All right, Corporal Baker. Nope. Lieutenant. Close. He probably should have been. Let's see. And these guys, because they're not armored, because that's really only what's going to help some of them, they're going to get it on a 5 or 6, because that was a lot of ammo flying around. Nope. Okay, so this prisoner, he's not a prisoner anymore. He's done. And let's see, those 2 prisoners over there, 5 and 6, 5. Okay, so all of the prisoners pretty much got wiped out by the by the gunfight, except this guy. All right. So the inside of this vehicle is smoking. There's little fires who have started from the bullets that are flying around. Equipment is smashed and busted. It hit a tree, and Shank, he's not even around. He's not even awake for the rescue. Oh, maybe he is. Let's see. Is he? Oh no, he got hit pretty bad. He is unconscious. He's gonna wake up next session. Thanks everybody. That was a quite a wrap up. Like I said, we'll do the final wrap up. It won't take too long, but happy gaming.